If you live in a country where something like gambling is against the law, you might find there are ships willing to take you out to international waters instead. It's not some hypothetical scenario, it really does happen. Granted, not so much dedicated gambling ships anymore, but we're talking about vessels like cruise ships which have a casino on board. The exact same thing applies to stuff like the minimum drinking age. In the US, for example, it's 21, yet if you go on a cruise you might find that once the ship leaves US waters, 18-year-olds are suddenly allowed to have a drink. So what's going on? Does this mean that in international waters there are no laws? Well, actually no, but it's not as simple as it is on land. On land, you know that if you're in one country, you follow their laws. If you then travel to another country, you need to follow their laws instead. Well, the same thing applies to ships. When a ship is in the territory of one country, for the most part it must comply with the laws of that country. This introduces us to the concept of the port state, which is just the country with legal jurisdiction over the territory the ship is in. A country's territory extends 12 nautical miles from its baseline. The baseline's normally the low water line along a coast, although it does cross things like mouths of rivers and stuff like that. You used to only get 3 miles of territorial waters because any further than that was out of the range of your cannons.